Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Keo, man. Keo speaks. I'm back at it again. Hey, man. Lately, I've been covering a lot of battle rap, but one thing people been asking for is that I haven't done a lot of interviews lately as much as I used to. But I'm definitely getting back on that moving forward just to finish the year strong. But I got my first interview for this is gonna be my first interview since I rebranded my to my own platform. So this is the first time for me. This is huge for me. So I got a special guest today. Somebody I got a good rapport with. Somebody I've been rocking with for a while. So I'm glad that this person is on. So I'm gonna bring her on, man. It's the one and only 757 Caution. What's up?
What's the word, gang?
Yeah,
Salute.
yeah. It's been a minute though.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute, but I'm back. Back on the shit.
Do you remember the last time you did an interview with me?
I think it was when I first got started on RBE, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was when you were went on your rookie of the year run. That
Oh
that's
yeah, facts. Facts. It's been a minute. It's
so
been like
how
2 years.
Yeah, so I wanted to get you on here because your name is kind of trending right now to me. So you just had you got your battle out that was on Queen of the Ring
Mhm.
on the sparring session, and then obviously you're in the tournament from for the WTBL. So
Yep.
you got you got a lot of things going for you, and you've had a strong year this year too. It seems like this is like your bounce back year. Like, what changed for you this year?
Got rid of all the bad energy in my circle. You know what I'm saying? Like God got a way of doing things. So when I didn't let go of certain people and certain things, he helped them exit. You know what I mean? And they exited on their shit, talking mad shit about me, popping shit. So now that I don't got that bad energy and shit like that, shit, I was able to, get back in the zone, get my shit together, buckle down and rebrand myself. You know what I'm saying? Big BMG shit.
Mm.
You know what I
Do you
mean?
do you feel like do you feel like you're where you want to be at where you want to be at now?
Um, I feel like I'm at a good position to incline. Uh, I'm happy about where I am right now. You know what I mean? There are a lot of eyes on me, but people like to think because of the platform. Shout out to ARP with RBE that put a lot of eyes on me that probably wouldn't have, which I agree with. But once RBE and the bricks no longer was going down, people thought that I was going to decline and that I wouldn't be outside. But I've been consistently outside since that time. From Rainfire Moon to Fendi. Then I started this year with Mallory X. Like it didn't stop nothing. Like all the bullshit happened. I think in like May, and then July, June, July, and November. I was battling last year, and then I did three battles in March of this year. Shit, I don't remember the dates, but I remember how it went. I did Mallory, I did Almighty Phenom, I did Naughty, I did Poker the Rebel, I did somebody else after her. Eon, I did uh the Queen of the Ring sparring session with Miss Vicious. Then I got LS for the tournament. Then I got Diesel in
Mm.
Virginia on the Dominion card, and then I got something else lined up in December.
Oh wow.
So if
Okay.
I'm not missing anybody, that would be 9.
Yeah. Do you feel like you haven't lost a battle this year?
Um, I think I got 2 debatables out of all of them, but the rest of them I wasn't clear.
Yeah, I asked your manager. He was like, "Yeah, she might be undefeated."
Yeah. I mean, I'm just being
Yes.
real because with myself, the masses, 2 of my battles were debated. You know what I mean? Because you can look at the comments and look at how people were receiving the battle. You know what I mean? A lot of people say I won. A lot of people said that my opponent won, but I didn't get 30 at all. It was either 2-1, you know what I'm saying, for the ones that were debated. But if you're
Mm.
asking me, you know what I'm saying, I don't believe I took a loss this year yet. No.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like that energy right now. So when the bricks thing happened, how much did it have an effect on you? How much of an impact did it have on you?
On my career, none. Um, Personally, I had real relationships with a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? I was personally invested in a lot of these people. Would call them friend. So personally, it affected me because it felt like, my friends or people that I talked to and deal with every day, had turned their back on me and was starting bullshit and spreading lies, trying to tear me down. But it also gave me some motivation to prove all the people that were jumping on that bandwagon wrong, because especially with the ghostwriting allegations,
Mm.
niggas said niggas was ghostwriting for me, and I ain't talked to these niggas in almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and I still been battling. So you can't say it had anything to do with the motherfuckers that say they was ghostwriting for me, because it was bullshit. And if you ask me, my pen has gotten better since all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, it has.
So you can't say motherfuckers is writing for me now. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. They were just, like I said, trying to tear me down.
Yep, that's true. And what's the relationship like with with them right now? Can it be repaired, or is you're going your separate ways?
So I forgive because I gotta forgive in order for me to be free and not stressed. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't deal with none of these niggas. Like, truthfully, like my daddy used to say, I wouldn't spit on you if you was on fire. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
just don't get into no shit around me. You know what I mean? And karma has its way of working around. So, like, hopefully I'm front and center when it all falls down. Karma, that is, not necessarily anybody bullshit, career or cards or nothing like that. I'm not wishing no bad energy, but when shit fall down, I hope I can, be front and center.
Well, it definitely did fall down because once that happened, the bricks was pretty much done, and you see that
It let you
AR.
know how essential my part was. You know what I'm saying? I could say
Yeah.
that, like, you know what I mean. I carried that shit on my back. You know what I mean. I represented. You know what I mean. Anything I did, I stood 10 toes with it. So when I got kicked out and it didn't last a month after that, you could clearly see that, I mean, I had a great impact.
And was there any point of that time when all of that was happening where you was like, screw all of this, I'm done with battle rap? Did you ever wanted to call it quits?
Mm, I don't know if I wanted to say that specifically, but there was a time when it was happening that I was real hesitant about my social media presence, um, about, how I would present myself. But my management team, shout out to Joey Nine, Shout out to BMG. You know what I mean? They wasn't having that shit. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes, they was really, you know what I'm saying, building me up and getting my confidence back where it needed to be. And like they kept telling me, you're only one battle away from getting the fans back on your side. You know what I'm saying? So I took it like that.
Okay, all right. I like that. I like that. You definitely have that bounce back right now, and I could see it now because it got my attention. It got a lot of the culture's attention also. So definitely, this seems like the old caution that made that rookie of the year run.
Yeah, I
Uh,
appreciate that.
the the sparring session, you know accomplished a lot. What made you wanted to get into sparring session?
So like I think any female in battle rap wants to be on Queen of the Ring. Me and Debo have been in talks for well over a year or two, um, trying to figure out what was the best battle or route to take to get me on there. I don't mind starting from the bottom. Um, the sparring session wasn't them giving me a specific opponent. You know, they kind of like not literally but figuratively drew names out of a hat, so you didn't know who you were going to battle until they called your name. You know what I mean? So being that it was set up like that where I didn't have a specific opponent and there was so many other ladies on the card who have been rapping longer than me, who has accomplishments, you know what I mean? I felt like I was in good company to go forward with the sparring session. Shout out to Dejan, shout out to Debo, Babs, Vague, you know what I mean? They were fully in support of me being a part of the process, and definitely, you know what I'm saying, was very happy with my performance. I won performance of the night that day. Shout out to Spot too. He
But
he filmed it. He filmed the event. Shout out to Spot
and
too.
bo- and body of the night.
Yeah, facts. Facts. She didn't you know, she didn't help it. I mean, she helped it, but it would have looked better if I'd have had somebody going back and forth with me and I was still able to, you know what I'm saying, get the victory like that. So she helped it be body of the night by not being as prepared as she could have been. You know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Vicious. You know, she puts in work. I seen some of her work after we battled. You know what I mean? It's I think just the nerves got the best of her, and I don't know when she arrived, but I had already missed one battle, and when I arrived, I got put right on stage. Like as soon as I got there, I was the next one called. I didn't see any battles until after I battled.
And what was the reception like after the battle from your peers?
Oh, everybody gave me kudos. Like one thing I can honestly say, there was no hate in the building. Like niggas was giving it up. You know what I'm saying? Us females, we was sticking together as a unit until your name was called and you had the battle. You know what I mean? But the energy was great. You know what I mean? I got a lot of flowers in the crowd. You know, everybody was chopping it up with me after the battle. Like it was really dope. It was really dope.
So do you I just want it to come from you. Do you currently have a home league?
Yeah, I'm with OSBL. Shout out to Kels. I'm with our Society Battle League. I've been over there about a year now. You know what I mean? I've gotten some major plates from there with Mallory X and Eon. Kels also got her hands in the sparring session with what's going on with the females because she's in connection with Bars and Roses with Dejan. So you know what I mean. Also, one of my battles that's coming up, the Diesel versus or Caution versus Diesel, the 804 versus 757. She has something to do with that. So Kels is keeping me working. I can't even
Mm,
hold you. I love her process of it too. You know what I mean? She got good work ethic and she's building you as a artist or a battle rapper when you're on her league.
that was definitely a good look though. You
Yeah,
rolling with
facts.
OSBO. Why aren't you on the homecoming card? What's up with that?
Because I got so much on my plate, man. I got the tournament. You know what I'm saying? November 8th and 9th. Then November 22nd, I'm battling Diesel. And then I got the battle in December that I can't talk about yet. And then I had just battled on a sparring session. So there really was like, don't get me wrong, I could have been on homecoming. But the battle that was supposed to be set up, the name that came across my plate, they was kind of, bullshitting. So
I think
both
I
of them,
know.
it was two names that came across my plate, and both of them was bullshitting.
I think I know who it was because I had a
Yeah,
conversation with Joey Nine. I was like, because I brought the name up, I was like, "Oh, come on, how this battle did not happen?"
yeah,
But
yeah.
so if you know what the battle I'm talking about, will it happen eventually?
I'm always saying yes. I'm never out. I'm never outpricing myself. I always say yes. I'm willing to go wherever it is on any platform it is. It's not on me. You know what I mean? Shorty just
Mm,
feel the way she feel. To be honest, I don't know why all these people are being so personally, invested in shit that you don't have a personal rapport with. Like I don't got a personal rapport with half these bitches. I got a battle rap rapport with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And in battle rap, we supposed to talk our shit. But I've never been a hater. If you fire, you fire. If I like you, I like you. You know what I mean? And some battle rap rapports turn into personal rapports, but these bitches,
mm,
I don't got no personal rapport with none of these hoes. You know what I mean?
uh,
At all. I don't give a fuck.
okay, all right, all right. Oh, so now that we got that out of the way, so you mentioned December. Babs made an announcement saying there's going to be another sparring session. Is that what you talking about right now?
I'm not gonna help you add 1 plus 1. You know what I mean? I'm not supposed to say shit, so I ain't saying shit yet. But I'm not gonna add that up for you. But you got good math. You know what I'm saying? You can count.
All
That's
right, all
about
right,
all I can
all
say.
right. I'll leave that alone. So let's get to this tournament that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So what what's the difference between the Chrome 23 tournament that you were in compared to the one that's happening right now?
So the Chrome 23 tournament had a lot of top tiers. The Chrome 23 tournament, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Remy. Um, we were catered to, uh, handheld, if you will, through this tournament or that tournament. Where this one is kind of go for what you know. Now, this one they did give us mentors. You didn't have mentors in the Chrome 23 tournament, but like I said, it was a lot of top tiers in the Chrome 23 tournament. In this tournament, there are no top tiers. Um, they're helping the ladies, make a name for themselves. Stamp yourself, if you will. Um, it's less money than the Chrome 23 tournament, but I think better matches. Um, if I were to say, you probably it's not gonna be a dog. It's not. They all gonna be dog fights. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody is gonna clearly wipe the floor with anybody. And going into the Chrome tournament, you kind of had your picks, especially how the brackets were set up for who you thought was just gonna walk away with the shit. I just defied all the odds, and I plan to do the same shit. There's a lot of people got me far in the tournament in their brackets, though. You know what I'm saying?
I
Some
I do
people,
too.
yeah, some people got me making it to the end. Some people got me making it to the semifinals. But other than Mallory, I got the most tournament experience, the most extensive tournament experience because our tournament with Remy was every 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You do a battle. This one, there's a little more time in between the battles that you have set up until we start getting to the semifinals and things like that. So, like, yeah, you know what I mean? I know what
Uh,
to do. And they 90-second rounds. And a lot of bitches don't get to it in 90 seconds. They got a lot of build up or they fall short after the first opening, they don't keep it consistent. So like I know what to do. Like, I figured this shit the fuck out. Like they don't want to play with me.
So I'll tell you why I got you going far, not just because I got a rapport with you and I've known you for a minute. The reason why I got you going far because, like you said, you got experience in that tournament, and you want to. If you look at the first tournament, it's more tougher competition because you went against the likes of Bonnie. You battled Bonnie twice that week, remember?
Yep.
You
Yep.
Bonnie, you went against Chirac, Yoshi G, and you going against these are new girls that you're going against. So I feel like it's gonna be much easier, but I know the younger ones, they are gonna be hungry to take your head off though. And you do have experience, like I said, because you went all the way to the finals um on the Chrome 23 tournament. So I think that's why I got you going far. And I just think you match up with your opponents really well, because from what I know that you do have LS, there's a possibility, if I'm wrong, that you may be facing it. What is it, Rock Lee in the second round or J Love?
Yeah. It's either Rock Lee or J Love, I think, or ABZ. No, I'm in the second bracket. It's either ABZ or Beatrice, I think. You know what?
Yes.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't care how the brackets is set up. You know what I'm saying? When I look at it, I look at where my name at and who I got to battle now. I really don't care who I got to battle next. None of these bitches put fear in my heart. None of these bitches am I worried
Mm.
about. You know what I mean? Would I like to battle Eon again? Yes, because we had a debatable battle according to the masses. I feel like I won, but it's a debatable battle according to the masses. I didn't 30 her. It wasn't a clean sweep. So I want to battle her again, yes, so I could whoop her ass. Would I like to see Mal at the finals? Absolutely. Big OSBL shit. But I already battled you, so I know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, to beat your
Mm.
ass. That's how I feel. So as far as like the other bitches in the tournament, like I'm not worried about them as far as the competition go. Like I'm excited to see Hurricane do. You know what I mean? To see what she does in this as far as a battle rapper, because I know she got bars in what she do. Shit, I'm excited to see Rock Lee. I'm excited to see Mal, like I said. I'm excited to see Zan. You know what I mean? Peaches back outside. I'm excited to see her. Like, you know what I mean? It's some bitches that I'm really a fan of that I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, watching or I'm rooting for behind the scenes as far as this go. But when their name is next to my name, that's where it starts, fucking up. But shout out to all the
Mm.
ladies that's in the tournament.
Well,
Like I'm proud to be with them.
you know me. I'm in media. I love me a good storyline. Um, I would like to see you against Tay though. That would
We
be
already
interesting,
battled.
but she got to get through Zan first. So,
Already battled Tato.
well, you guys are two different battle. Well, aren't you guys two different battlers now at this point of your career?
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
agree.
yeah, I definitely like. So, okay, so the tournament is in November, but you also have a battle in November.
Yeah.
Did you had to think about this, or were you like, okay, I want to do this because I done it before when I went against Bonnie?
Um
Because you're battling
I
Diesel,
say
remember?
like this. Shout out to my management team. Shout out to my home league. Very rarely do I turn a plate down. I like to be active. It keeps my pen sharp. Um, the magnitude of this battle on September 22nd, with it being a battle versus 804 versus 757, Virginia's own. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like it was something that I should turn down. Shout out to Diesel. You know what I mean? I'm her battle coming back into the culture. You know what I mean? She had been gone for a
Mm.
while. So, you know what I mean? She taking me on a comeback, which, me talking my shit, I don't think that's a very wise move, especially where I'm at right now and how I've been kicking ass. I don't think that's a very wise move. But in the sense of Virginia being held to the esteem is held at, you know what I mean? I understand why it had to be a battle. I already battled Flames, you know what I'm saying? So, shit like that. It's one of them ones.
From seeing your battles this year and having this conversation with you, this feels like the old Caution to me, like the energy I'm
Yeah.
getting right now.
Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my team let me know when all the bullshit was going on. I was just one battle away from having the fans back on my side. You know what I mean? And whether the fans was on my side or not, I was still motivated to prove niggas wrong. You know what I mean? So like now that I got the fans back on my side, and I have proven niggas wrong, I have to stay consistent on that path. Like, you know what I mean? Nothing but elevation from here. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody sitting me down, stopping my flow, stopping my grind. Like, I plan on winning everything else for the rest of this year. Like, it's no losses.
Mm, I don't
No
know
losses.
if you go through Diesel, you win this tournament, and then whatever you do in December, we might be talking about Wody right now.
Yeah,
Well,
listen, it's a lot of hate though. You feel what I'm saying? And then like you got people like Eon who's had a phenomenal year this year. Like, not taking anything away from Eon and her work. Like she deserves to be on Wody. But bitch, I deserve to be up there too. It's 15 bitches. Find a number and put it next to my name. You know what I mean? Respectfully.
you could make a good case though. That would be a
Respectfully.
real. And you are one of the favorites though. Like the consensus got you as one. You and Mallory as one of the favorites right now.
Yeah. Facts. Shout out
So
Mal.
what's after the tournament and whatever you got going on December. Um
If I'm not mistaken, because shout out to my manager Joey. I try to take one plate at a time. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I got two battles set up for the first quarter of the year. If I'm not mistaken, it's either like one in like January, February, and one in like April, or they either both like before March. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember, but I'm already getting booked for that. The tournament also progresses into next year. So
oh,
as
okay.
long as I keep winning, I'll be going forward with that. Like it's a lot more time in between the tournament than it was on Chrome 23. On Chrome 23, it was every 3 weeks. I believe, or once a month. It was like something like that because I knew I would take like a week and a half to write and a week and a half to prepare, and then I would battle when I was in the tournament on Chrome. This is not as extensive until you get further along in the tournament. So if I'm not mistaken, the tournament is gonna go until April. I believe like the finals is gonna be in April, if I'm not mistaken. I know that they're taking a month off for the holidays and the weather conditions, so that it's not a lot of places you can book that might not be affected by the winter weather. So the next round, I believe, is supposed to be in January, if I'm not mistaken. Like I'm freestyling this shit to you off the information that I know because I process it, but not enough to regurgitate it back because I do one flight at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I know I got LS, and then when I'm done with LS, I can focus and lock in and get my shit right for Diesel. And then when I finish with Diesel, I can focus and lock in for my December. And then after that, I don't know because it don't matter until I finish what I got on my plate first.
Okay, okay. I didn't
Type
know it was
shit.
going. I did it was going all the way. It was a longer tournament, like compared to the Chrome 23. So that's actually
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. It's bad for them bitches though, because we only got 90 seconds. So I can rewrite my rounds a bunch of times, or I can write several rounds and then consolidate to the most fire 90 seconds I could put on for 3 fucking rounds. You know what I mean? I would
Mm.
have been able to do that for this segment of the tournament, but I had so many other plates in between when I first got put on for the tournament. When I found out who my op was, I still had battles that I had to go on with before they made the announcement. So I didn't have, I guess, the time that I would have liked to had to like write multiple rounds and then consolidate and come up with the best 90 seconds for this. I did what I usually do. You know what I mean? I did my jot downs. I pulled my jot downs out, which was the most fire. I structured it together, you know what I'm saying, and got my rounds together that way.
Okay, all right. And what about your mentor, your coach? Have
Yo,
you been
shout
in
out to
contact?
Vixen, yo. Vixen is fire, yo. I fuck with her. I'm a fan of hers. You know what I mean? She's lit in the culture and she's a hell of a mentor. Like, you know what I mean? Me and her was on the phone one night till like midnight going over my rounds. And she kept, giving me critique, and I would go back and I would finish some shit. And I didn't, think about it was being so late at night until I got sleepy. I was like, oh my God, it's like 12:30 at night. Like, what the fuck? Chop it up with you tomorrow. So she's really a good mentor. Like, they not cheating, they not giving you no bars, you know what I mean? Nothing like that. It's just, if it's fire, if it's trash, if you need to take that out, she was helping me keep my timing, you know what I mean, as far as in the 90 seconds, because one of my rounds I think was almost 2 minutes and I needed to cut some shit out, type shit. So like, they not cheating with the bar quality or the bar content. They're critiquing the bar quality, and I appreciate that.
So your coach is getting her hands dirty right now with you then.
Right, and I appreciate that. Like, I don't know how the other coaches is doing their, what I'm saying, people, or what they doing for their people, but you know what I mean. Me and Vixen have only, I think we've had like maybe 2 conversations before this. Nothing extensive or personal. It was battle rap related. When me and her both was on the anniversary card on Chrome 23 when I was going for the finals and she battled A Ward. We had a brief conversation for that. And it was another event that I was at that she was at. Neither one of us were battling, but we were there as fans that we had a little, interaction real quick, whatever. But I fuck with her as a person. Like, she cool, she down to earth. You know what I mean? And she's a phenomenal battle rapper. Like, she got a lot of
Mm.
names under her belt and a lot of wins under her belt. So I feel good having her, as my coach.
One one more question I got for you. So I know you and Easy had your back and forth in the
Mhm.
past. What's your relationship with Chrome 23 and Remy right now?
Man, I love Remy. I love Chrome 23. They got a lot of eyes on me, even though I was with RBE, that probably would have never been privy to me. I had Joe Button saying my name because I was on the Chrome 23 tournament. So shit like that, you know what I mean? You can't forget, got to give her props where it's due. I do think possibly because of the interaction that me and Easy has had that I might not be invited back to the Chrome 23 tournament. But there's no love lost between Remy and I. You know what I mean? If she calls me, the answer is yes. If she wants to book me, the answer is yes. You know what I mean? I'm willing to participate in anything she got going on.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't want to keep you here long. I definitely appreciate your time. Best of luck to you in the
Thank you.
tournament. Diesel, definitely shout out to you, man. And I'm excited to see you back outside with the old Caution. So yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
happy
man.
for that.
Look, man, I appreciate you having me on your platform. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? We can always do this again, chop it up. Shout out to my team, Big BMG shit, my manager, Joey Nine, my league, OSBL, goddamn Kel. Shout out to Kel. Shout out to me being a part of the Queen of the Ring roster. What up, Debo? What up, Babs? What up, Vague? What up, Dejan? You know what I mean? Salute to everybody. You know what I mean? I'm lit out here and I ain't stopping.
All right, man. With that being said, I'm Keel. That's Caution. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. We out.